Do you enjoy a torturous cycle of running through a game just to get the best items to become absolutely unstoppable, and then you just lose to the final boss, so you have to go back to the start and start from scratch? Well, welcome to PokéRogue. In this game, you normally start with just your starter Pokemon. So you have Bulbasaur, Charmander, and you can go all the way down all the generations till you reach Fuecoco, Quaxly, and Sprigatito. However, you need to unlock Pokemon in this game, and the way you do that is by catching them or hatching them from eggs. Now, I spent hours. Hey, maybe not hours, maybe I've spent days playing this game to unlock this many Pokemon, but it has been so fun to play. And if you guys want to see me do more PokéRogue challenge videos, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what challenge video you want to see me do next. Now, today I'm only using Psychic Pokemon, so it's going to be kind of difficult. The way this game works, you just start off against easy level Pokemon, but it progressively gets harder, and at every 10th floor, you have to fight either a boss Pokemon or a gym leader. Now for stars, I straight away went ahead and grabbed the legendary Pokemon, that being Latias, as I just wanted an absolute sweeper on my team to start off with. The other two Pokemon I grabbed was a shiny Natu, as there's something called luck in this game, which I'll explain a little bit later, and also an unknown because I had one spot left and there's no other good Pokemon, and unknown isn't exactly good, but it's a psychic Pokemon, so I can use it. These floors were really easy with my legendary Pokemon to start off with, as I just one-hit absolutely everything. And this is now where luck comes into the game, as after every floor you get to choose some items, and your luck determines if these items get upgraded. And the more shiny Pokemon you have on your team, the better your luck. I got through to around floor 8, where I finally came up against our rival for this challenge, Ivy. And trust me, but for now, she's easy, with just a Chespin and a Pidgey. I then got to floor 10, where I destroyed the boss Wooloo, and great, now there's only 190 floors left to go. Oh, this is gonna be so long. Between floors 11 to 20, there was no real challenge, but we did get some good items, like finding a DNA splicer on floor 19. This allows you to fuse two Pokemon together and their stats combine to make one, and even their types and abilities combine. So I decided to fuse the Natu and Unknown, because I did not want to fuse an Unknown to my Latias. That would ruin its stats. So now we have Notone? As I made it to the boss floor, we found Fire Trainer Chili, our first gym leader, and I absolutely destroyed his Darumaka and Pansear. Now we're at the next rival battle here, and it was easy. It wasn't as easy as the first one, but it was still pretty easy. You know, her Pokemon aren't fully evolved, and keep in mind, we still have that legendary Pokemon, which Latias is still absolutely sweeping everything with. And again, I destroyed the boss on level 30 as well. Like I said, having a legendary early on is really OP. Maybe I should have made this harder on myself. Once again, there was easy battles again and again
until we're both dead.
Until we reached floor 38, where I found a Mastel, and trust me, this will be really key later on. And on the next floor, my Nartone actually evolved into a Zartone. These names are getting so weird. But finally, floor 40, I was actually able to pick up my first psychic Pokemon that I can catch in the wild, that being a Girafarig. And then on floor 42, a Dottler. Finally, we're getting some members to our team. This soon became an Orbeetle as well, right after capturing it. Then we hit floor 50, where we fought Katie and her Bug-type team. We were able to take out her low kicks pretty easy. And as we actually did that, Girafarig evolved into Farigiraf. This game's really cool as the fact that in battles like this, our Pokemon can actually evolve mid-battle, and I love this feature. This was a challenge though, as Spidops lived a hit, left us on 20 HP before we took it out. Just Heracross left now, and it was the first Pokemon that actually managed to take out Latias. However, Orbeetle did manage to take it out just after though, so we are through from floor 50 to floor 51. After this, we maybe had the best item in Classic mode, that being a map. This allows you to choose your next destination at Crossroads. This means we can go to where all the psychic Pokemon are. However, that means we have to go through areas with nothing but ghost and dark Pokemon. What could go wrong? We can fight a gym leader in those areas? Never. I had no problem getting through the boss levels on floor 60 and 70, and this is where I actually started to enter the swamp. But there was an issue growing. In fact, we still only had 4 Pokemon, and we're almost halfway through this challenge. We need to start picking up Pokemon pretty quickly. And now we're on floor 80, fighting the gym leader Janine. This is going to be tough. I'm joking, we cleared it easy. She was a poison trainer, we have psychic Pokemon, nothing too hard there. But it was our next destination that scared us. That was the graveyard. This had just ghost Pokemon for us, and now I'm getting scared. Luckily though, the scariest fights were on floor 85 and also on floor 90, but we managed to get through them nice and easy. We weren't doing terrible, but now's here where the smooth sailing stops as we're into the abyss. We were doing okay in the abyss until we got to floor 95 where she popped back up. Can she just leave us alone? Why does she pop up at the worst times? The worst part is I was actually spending a load of money in this area for the abyss because we were having to use potions, revives to keep our Pokemon alive around this area. And you'll see later on how important money gets in this game. It was a good thing that I did choose Latias as a starter, as it was able to clear Chestnut, Arctovish, Arcanine, Pidgeot, and finally Electabuzz goes down with Latias taking it out. But from now on, Ivy's teams are only going to get a lot harder from here, so we have to be ready and prepared for those battles. On floor 100, we managed to defeat the boss Spiritomb, not before Latias goes down to it though with its first death, but Farigiraf is there to finish off the battle for us. Now, there's a 33% chance here we actually get to go to space. So please, space. We get sent to the cave. Okay. At least once we entered the cave, we did get a psychic Pokemon straight away. Now, the cave was proving to be a bit of a challenge as Pokemon were having resistance to our psychic types, like the Probopass having steel type, and they were all just really good defensive Pokemon. Once we got to floor 110, I realized we hadn't seen a gym leader in a while. So once I saw Roxanne, I knew we were in for a bit of a fight. But I managed to set up 2 nasty plots with Farigiraf, giving us a +4 special attack. This meant we could sweep her entire team with it. So luckily, Farigiraf made our lives very easy. At the end of the cave, it gave us a choice of where to go. And of course, me being an idiot, I wanted to go back to space. So I chose to go to the lake, which would lead us back through the graveyard and the abyss. Not again. Luckily, in the lake though, we managed to add our final team member, that being a Slowbro. Now, Slowbro is a very tanky Pokemon, very bulky, which means it will be perfect for our team as we don't really have that sort of defensive typing right now. We cleared the rest of the lake really easily, and now we're back in the swamp. But we were flying through, having no problem with it, and we even now had over 50,000 Pokédollars. Now we re-enter the graveyard, and I was feeling a lot less confident going into it, as the last gym leader we saw was on floor 110, that being Roxanne. We've just gone through the lake and the swamp, and we haven't seen a gym leader yet. That means that we have to get through the graveyard and the abyss without seeing a gym leader, which I can't see happening. The main graveyard was actually really easy for us until our worst nightmare actually became reality, and we had to fight the gym leader Rhyme. She started up with a Gorgeist, and I tried to do the same again by setting up nasty plots. But with that speed drop of Fire Lash, this could be a different story completely, and I doubt we're going to clear this gym with Farigiraf. I managed to just live one more and able to take out the Gorgeist, but then came out the Mimikyu. This thing managed to take out Farigiraf and even one-shot Swoobat after the switch-in. Zarnone just about lived a Shadow Claw, and I managed to break the disguise with this. But it fell to one more Shadow Claw, and this Mimikyu had now taken out 3 of our members. I went to Slowbro hoping just to tank hits, but after it got really low, it decided to switch to Banette, which really confused me. It went for Phantom Force, which I didn't want Slowbro to take, so I ended up sacrificing Beetle, who went down to it. Latias then came in and took a Sucker Punch, which managed to take out the Banette. No, it didn't. It has a Focus Sash. Oh my god! Luckily, the AI went to negative IQ for this. It switched out to Mimikyu, and I went for the Recover. I then went even further into negative IQ and tried to use a Dragon move on a Fairy Pokemon. I thought the AI was dumb, and then I did this!
You just blowing from Stupid Town?
I just don't even know what I'm doing at this point, man. Somehow, though, I lived on 4 HP for like the 3rd time in this battle and finally took out the Mimikyu. I swear, if I do even more negative IQ stuff, I need to go back to preschool, I think. Miss Magius was next, and I managed to heal all the way up before taking Hex. I managed to take it out with Core Enforcer. I took out the Houndstone in one hit as well. Banette was back, and me trying to predict the Sucker Punch, I used Recover. Rhyme then threw the match and switched to Ceruledge as I'm using Core Enforcer, meaning it goes down, and I just had the Banette on 1 HP left, which it finally fell down to, and I've taken out the Ghost-type gym leader. If this wasn't stressful enough, we now have to enter the Abyss. At least the Abyss has nothing else coming. Oh, come on! Ivy, why are you here? Okay, it's fine. Let's just set up Calm Mind on Chestnut and we can She has a shiny Rayquaza. I'm done. No, I don't want to play this game anymore. What's the point? She has a shiny Rayquaza, and it's a custom one. Not only that, it has 3 health bars. This is going to be difficult. Orbeetle managed to take out one of the health bar, and Zarnone took out another. But both end up dying. Like, bruh, what can I do? It's a shiny Rayquaza. Latias was able to take it out, and that better be the last time I see that. Latias was able to clear the rest of the team like normal, and we're just about fine from here. Oh no, we're not, because the boss of the Abyss is a Darkrai. Oh! Worst thing is, he managed to murder my entire team. I got him down 1.5 health bits. He took out 5 of my Pokemon, meaning I had just Zarnone left. Luckily, if you remember at the start of the video, we got very lucky and we got a Master Ball. So I threw the Master Ball and caught the Darkrai. Now, I didn't add this to my team, which means I was technically still using Psychic Pokemon. Don't judge me, I would have lost the run if I didn't do this. It's fine, guys. I did all this, so now I can go to space. And come on, we still haven't gone to space. Are you joking? Okay, I've been through enough stress. Let's relax, okay? The cave part was really easy. With Terrapagos at the end, he damaged himself to take him out so we could win. Nice and easy, okay? Next, we moved to the Badlands, where we got to floor 170. Easy. Then, oh my god, Clay. Just leave me alone. Get out my way. We won against Clay with Orbeetle being the only Pokemon left alive. Like, my heart can't take this anymore, okay? Mountains, easy. Just a go-go on floor 180. Nothing special. Now this is the end for us. Between the floors 180 to 190, you'll have to fight an Elite Four member every 2 floors, and then on floor 190, you have to fight a champion. Now, the only Elite Four I really don't want is the Galar Elite Four, because first would be Marnie. She uses Dark Pokemon. Second would be Nessa with her Water types, not too bad. Third, this could either be Alistar or B, so it could either be Fighting or Ghost. And lastly would be Raihan with a Dragon team. If I get this, this would be the hardest run possible we could have had for Psychic-only Pokemon. Why? She started with a Houndoom, but I knew she would have a Grimmsnarl on her team, so I thought she's going to switch to it. So I ended up risking it, going for the Searing Shot, and I was right, as she switched to the Grimmsnarl and we were able to take it out with 2 Searing Shots. Next, low kicks. Bang. Gone. Okay, this has been easy so far. Houndoom got us low, but it wasn't enough as Latias is absolutely carrying this run. I risked the recover on the Lipod as it went for Sucker Punch, which meant we could get to full HP and also take out the Lipod. I tried to do the same with Morpeko, but unfortunately I had Crunch and it was too good, so I just went for the Core Enforcer, which it lived, but then it absolutely threw and it went for Thrash, handing us the win. I took it down finally, which just left Scrafty on her team. And her last Pokemon was able to take out Latias, but luckily Orbeetle came in to deal the final blow, which meant we have taken down Marnie. Okay, that might be the hardest Elite Four member we have, and we've taken it out really easy. Nessa was next, but she wasn't easy as she took out 4 of our Pokemon, but we did get through her just about. And next up, oh my god, it's Alistar. Let's just get through this thing now. I switched to Slowbro on the first move and instantly regretted it. However, Alistar ended up switching into Dusknoir, which meant we could get a free Psychic, but then he did take us out with a Shadow Ball. From this point, I knew it would be quite easy, as I went to my normal Psychic type, Farigiraf, and set up 2 Nasty Plots, giving us that +4 special attack again, so I could use Twin Beam. It took out Dusknoir, Chandelure, Runerigus, Ceruledge, before finally falling to Cursola. This leaves an easy sweep for Latias, who takes down the Gengar and the Cursola, giving us the win. Okay, just 1 Elite Four member left and a champion. We started the battle against Raihan, and I switched out as fast as I could as soon as I saw he led with an Archaladon. Swoobat goes down, but then I bring in Farigiraf. And once again, I get up 1 Nasty Plot, giving us a +2 special attack, and was able to take out the Archaladon. Just about get Flygon, but then I ran out of Twin Beams, which meant we went down to Torkoal. However, that Archaladon being gone, this means Latias can go fast through and sweep his entire team. This leaves us just with the champion of the Galar region, Leon. I'd just like to make a point, saying how much money we actually had at the start of the Elite Four. Look how much money we had just here, okay? Now look at the money we have left after the Elite Four. We have nothing. On to the champion fight now, and Leon straight away switches out his Cinderace into Aegislash, and that was a stupid move as the sun's up, so we can get a sun-boosted Searing Shot on the Aegislash, taking it out. I then switched to Zarnone as he switched in Dragapult. I do some decent damage before going down, but Farigiraf takes it down, and then, oh my god, he has that thing. He has the G-Max Charizard thing. Oh god, I'm so finished. And like, in what universe is this fair? Because apparently it's this universe, as he's scared of Slowbro and goes for the scary face. So I end up getting Psychic, dropping his special defense, getting him low. But then he got 3 flinches in a row on Air Slash, could easily take me out, but then goes for another scary face. The AI has even more negative AI, the AI has even more negative IQ than it did before now. He now switched out Charizard into Cinderace, where with a crit, Swoobat can take it out, and now we outspeed the Charizard, meaning it's now gone. But he has a Zamazenta. It did take down Swoobat, but it didn't stop Latias taking it down, leaving just Beware, who was 1 hit, meaning we're through to the last 10 floors. Now, what's special about these last 10 floors is it's just Paradox Pokemon until we have the level 200 boss, Eternatus, waiting for us. But it's not the Paradox Pokemon that scares me. It's floor 195 that scares me. Hi, Ivy. She starts with Chestnut, but instantly switches to Arcanine. This is not good for us now, as we have Orbeetle out on the field. But luckily, we get a crit, and then he misses the Sacred Fire, forcing the switch to Rayquaza. No. Who let her get a Mega Rayquaza then? Well, Orbeetle actually did a lot of damage, to be fair to it, before going down to Fly. I then bring in Slowbro, which made the switch to Chestnut, and then Zarnone got out there. This means Ivy now brings out Electivire. Can she stop switching her Pokemon? Just play the game. Aeroblast did absolute nothing, which means we go down to the Electivire. I then send out Latias, which I hope can sweep from here. But we did have to take an Ice Punch from the Electivire before Ray said hi again. I switched Swoobat back in, who dies to an Outrage, and Slowbro got him in the final health bar before going down. Latias had to be fast to hit or we lose. And with all those speed stat boosts, we actually outspeed. And Ray went bye-bye. Things weren't done there though, as Arcturus set up 2 shift gears, giving him a +4 speed and a +2 attack. But then he switches! He's throwing the game. The AI is just Ivy, mate. You've thrown the game. Paragraph fell to Pidgeot before Latias came in and was able to take out Pidgeot, Arcturus, and then came Chestnut, which didn't actually scare me as it had no good moves, and we took it down before the very hurt Arcanine came back out for the final time and went down straight away. We've beat Ivy, but we have no money to heal our team, and the big boss Eternatus still has to come. I hope for some revives on the final floors leading up to the Eternatus, but once we got there, our team was badly damaged and we only had 5 Pokemon. If I somehow win this, it's a miracle. Let's just give it our best go and hope we can do something against this guy. Slowbro took down the first health bar, but then went down. Paragraph took another one, but then went down. And even with Orbeetle taking out its 3rd health bar, it had a 2nd boss face. Each Pokemon fell one at a time. Orbeetle, Latias, and finally, Swoobat. We lost this time, but if you guys want to see me attempt a different Pokemon type or a different Pokemon challenge, make sure you comment it down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.